said smile? Was it Dean Graziosi that said smile? Someone was talking about smile in the GoPro. Yeah.
I think it was Quinn when he was talking.
Yeah,
He was
Quinn, yeah.
evaluating the speakers.
But so
Yeah,
that's your assignment is when you're on a Zoom, like now, I want you to exaggerate it. Look how everyone's like so happy.
Oh yes.
We go down.
But look at the other people. Do you does it feel like they're exaggerating? Like they just look happy, but you feel like you're exaggerating, right? You doing it, you're like
Yeah.
they just look happy. It's good.
yeah. So,
That encourages the speaker.
oh
When
yeah.
they're smiling, wherever you are, if you sit there and smile, you're the one and they start to talk to. Because they're
Yeah.
getting something positive back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a pro
Feel
tip.
the energy too. I mean, like you're reciprocating that energy.
So when you're going to say something important, like Pat Quinn says, and you go, and you lean in, do you keep smiling? Or do you stop smiling just for that moment to get serious?
We do.
No, that's different. When you're sharing your story, then you don't smile. I mean, that's more if you're in the audience, you know. Yeah, you don't
Depending on the emotion.
don't keep the smile on that. But
I did that look today on my second live. The
oh,
looking.
you're like,
I did, and I leaned in.
oh my God, that's awesome.
It was I felt so good when it was done. It wasn't perfect, but I did it.
Yay. Good job,
for you.
Lauren. Good job.
So, hey, real quick,
Okay.
I want to thank Barbara Dawson for making the PDF note files
Yeah.
and sending those to the group. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Barbara.
Thank you, Barb.
She's an
Dawson.
amazing
Thank
note
you.
taker.
Hey, while we're saying thank yous,
I was hoping she would do it.
while we're saying thank yous, we need to give a thank you to Lorna Graham, our volunteer, who worked painstakingly.
Oh, Lorna.
Yes, all 3 days. Thank you, Lorna.
You're very welcome.
All right. So, Jeremy is at Eric Worre's house right now. Okay, I don't know if you saw any of his stories.
Oh, wow.
He's hanging with the big dogs at the VIP after party of GoPro. And so Jeremy's going to be hosting the Wednesday official debrief. Okay. That's going to be more, we're going to have some sharing today, but today I'm going to actually give you guys a challenge so that we can all go to work because we're all excited, right? And so I want to I'm going to mute the lines for a second, and then I want to give you guys all the info, and then we'll open it up again. So, okay, I just muted everybody, and so here's just some info for you guys. Number one, if you purchased the GoPro. Okay, if you purchased the GoPro accelerator, like a lot of you did, please type me in or type accelerator in the chat if you purchased it. I want to give you a first and last name shout out to anyone who invested the $8,000 to $10,000 for this. Just an amazing thing. Look at all the accelerators. Oh my God.
I love it. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so let's just give a first name shout out. Aris UCAT.
Oh, they're coming in.
Elise Liu, Daniel Horton, John Liam, Daniel Farragao, Michael Hollander, Dwight and Karen Spalding, Julie Boyer, Philip Weir, John Day, Alan Pasca, Deanna Waters, Brian Penrod, Jane, Natalie Stratton, Franklin Q, Kajal, Barbara May, Brenda Howley, Abigail Yu,
Who else is at the bottom?
and more people that just came in.
Let's see. Hold on, let's see where were we at?
We're at Elise Liu, Lyndall Wheeler, awesome, Elaine Lee, Don Schultz, Don and Bill Schultz, Dmitry Seryev, Vernon Haven. By the way, Vernon Haven is a new associate. Okay, he's brand new and pulled the trigger, and we sponsored him, so we want to give him a little shout out. Thank you, Vern. Awesome. Linda Lauren Renner, Lois M. via me, her recruit, Miller's iPhone, and Gabriel Ferragao, but he is sleeping now. God, can someone count those for me? Can someone like take a minute and count
How many of those?
how many
That's
accelerators?
just live. That's just here on this call too.
God, man, what a
There's
bunch
like
of bosses, dude. I'm so proud of everyone. Look, I'm proud of everybody
Oh,
who
let's
did
see.
it. Colin Joseph, Cindy Nunnery.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all of you for going to GoPro. So like, I want everyone to know I'm proud of them.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm hella proud of the ones who got the accelerator. I mean, it's just amazing. Almost 30. Look, you invested, man. You guys did it. And it's going to be an amazing year working together. Crystal and I also did it. And we're just going to go. We're going to make it happen. So I'm proud of everybody. So let's talk about, okay, so the GoPro ticket is not included in the accelerator. So for the 2021 GoPro, if you bought the accelerator, the 30 of you, you don't get to go to GoPro 2021. You still have to buy a ticket for $97. Okay. And the link is GoPro 2021. GoPro2021.com/USANA. Now, it doesn't say USANA teamwork when you log into that. And I don't even know if it's going to really work, but I did talk to my point person and she says, look, just buy from the link that's /USANA because that could help getting us into a Zoom room. If you already bought it and you didn't use /USANA, it's okay. We'll have to get you in just like we did this last year. But if you haven't bought yet, use the /USANA and just do it. You know, I did a challenge with my team earlier and I said, guys, I want you to buy 2 tickets, one for you and one for someone next year. And so a bunch of my team did it. And you just gotta lead, you know, you gotta talk to your team and give them a challenge, give them an incentive to do it. So a shout out to my dad, Randy Krebs, who bought 5. Way to go, Dad. Awesome. And any of you who buying multiple, it's beautiful. If you bought multiple, type in the chat how many you bought. Looks like Stephanie Bell bought 3 extras already. Fantastic, Stephanie. And a lot of you have already bought. So, all right. So that's the second piece of info I wanted to give you is that /2021. Are we going to do another mastermind for 2021 or keep this one and its momentum? So John, we're keeping this one and its momentum at least for 6 weeks from today. And then we're going to have to make a decision where we go from here. And, you know, I mean, I think the momentum is very strong with all this group. I mean, there's so many amazing leaders on this call. So we'll talk, but right now we are going to keep them for the next 6 Mondays. So let's keep it going. Yes, please continue the mastermind. What is the accelerator mini course? I heard some people talk about this. I actually don't know. So
like
if someone could raise their hand. Oh, someone. Okay, you're driving.
It's the first.
Oh, go ahead, Michael.
It's the first 2 it's 4 programs essentially. And it's all of January and then the first 2 programs. It's all of transformation, and I think it's a persuasive presentation. I don't have it in front of me, but I do actually. Hold on. It's presentation.
I can say it
Go ahead.
Thank you, Betsy.
because I did it, and my name is Betsy, and I'll fix that. Sorry. It's a presentation mastery. Started out with the January kickoff, whatever it's called, and the presentation mastery seminar. And then Dean added his. So those are the 3 things that are included. The other thing about that program is that we paid whatever it was we paid. And if after presentation mastery, we want to continue into the rest of it, we can pay, we're grandfathered into the price from the set from Virtual GoPro to take it the rest of the way. But we get to make a decision on after the presentation mastery course.
And it's basically January, February, and it's about 4,000, 38.96 or something like that.
Yeah, and if you paid, it was like 3,000 if you paid it up front.
Okay, cool. Interesting. Thanks for that info.
Yeah.
And is there a link for that, or was that already just during the event? It was just during the event.
It's over.
Okay.
It was during the event.
Can I say something also?
Yeah.
Yes.
When I talked to with the guy, I asked for information. Those who decide to pay the installments, the 10 whatever
Mm-hmm.
installments, if they decide before a certain date in January that they want to pay down and get 2,000 off, they can do that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like paying it in full.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Do you have a date in January?
He
He's got
mentioned
30
something, but
days.
I was overloaded with the information. I didn't write it down, and I don't want to say something and to be wrong. It's like
He
it was
said
a
30
lot of-
days.
30 days.
Hi.
Okay. Perfect.
Hello. It's January 15.
January 15th. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
That's
told
good.
it's January
30
15.
days. Sweet. About 30 days. Yes. Thank you, Panir.
Yay.
Beautifully said. All right. So let's go into this. Who's excited to take action? Who's already taken action today? Some of you? All right. Agneta showed us there's the link for the mini. Thanks for the link, Agneta.
Okay, no
All
problem.
right.
Someone else showed it too, Lucian.
Oh, thank you,
And
Lucian.
Yeah.
Man, I love this team. Isn't it cool? Like we're all together chatting and talking.
I know.
Hey,
It
Jared.
has to continue.
Say-
Don't stop.
Has anyone
Happy anniversary,
received
Jared.
Has anyone received any email confirmation when we're going to have that welcome call or
I don't think so.
I haven't really looked.
I don't
okay.
think so yet.
No, in our lunch session, they were pretty clear that sorry, I'm on my phone. They were clear that please be patient. We probably won't hear much for the next few days because obviously there's still an event going on today. And Eric and Marina just need a few days to decompress and sort
Sure.
things out. So if you don't hear anything in the next couple of days, don't worry about it. But there will be something on the 21st, an onboarding call. But the time was not confirmed. He said maybe 1 p.m. Eastern, but that's not confirmed. So December 21st is the day for onboarding call.
Okay, cool. We're doing our Christmas this weekend, so
There you go.
traveling on Friday. So I was hoping I wasn't going to have to pull over or carry a laptop around.
Yes, John, fantastic, man. Love it. And thank you, Julie, for the info. So it sounds like that's what it'll be for the accelerators. Okay. Fatima, did you have a question before we go on to the challenge?
Yes. So first of all, I want to say thank you very much for putting everything together and bringing us all together. I wasn't able to attend the last session yesterday. So if you can just sort of go over what the assignment and homework was, so then I can actually finish off for myself what the whole event was.
Okay. So there wasn't like a straight up assignment like do this at the end of the event. It was more of like
The dashboard had.
okay.
There's a lot.
So it was more like, where do you want to be? Okay, what do you need to do in the comp plan to get there? Like reverse engineer it type of thing. But honestly, like the whole day was, how many hours was it? 12, 14 hours of content. My highest recommendation is to get the replay. You can buy the replay of GoPro 2020 for $97. And you can watch the replay. And we found that out when we bought our 2021 ticket. It was like, hey, would you like to add the GoPro replay for $97 for the 2020 replay? So that's something I might consider, really encourage you to do seriously, Fatima.
I think
go ahead.
I think there was also on his Facebook, it is the last 17 minutes because I missed those. He was streaming on the GoPro Facebook.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And also the first 2 hours he was streaming for everybody.
On his Facebook.
First couple, 3 hours or something. And then, but I think the most interesting was chat in the last those last hour.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thank you. And yeah, that's what I'd recommend. And then Crystal said on the dashboard, if you filled out all your questions on the dashboard, like we got a little printout of like what. Oh, sorry. We printed it out, but if you answered all the questions on the dashboard, it gave you a plan as well.
Yeah, it was just because that's what they were wanting you to, when you were putting your scores of like where you felt you were, and then kind of at the end it was going to that point, where do you want to be from like where you are? So that's kind of not quite a game plan, but at least you know where you need to
Okay,
be.
yeah, so I printed out the thing, the sheet.
Oh, good.
It was just I guess the last 17 minutes that I missed, like the last little section at the end. And so if I can go back on Facebook and watch it, then that's awesome.
Yeah,
there's a live of that last 15 minutes.
I
It was
think
really good.
I posted that to the I shared it to our GoPro MasterMind page.
Yes, you did.
So
Perfect.
it'll be on there.
Thank
I took
you.
a little note if you want me to tell them. I took a little note, or I can send a message to you probably. But if you want, I mean, he as they say, they focus on what we did, the exercise we did in the dashboard. But then you have to, like, for example, place your goal in the mirror bathroom, in the dashboard, of your car, in the refrigerator. Like, he insisted to be had it really present in front of you at all times. And another thing is declare to the world in December 2021, I will be at this rank and I will be earning, and put it always like I am, or I am earning, I am this rank. Send that message to your CEO. I'm telling, you don't know me, but I just wanted to tell you that even if you don't know me right now, be looking for my production, because I am going to be this rank at, well, I'll say mine, Executive Emerald at by December 2021. And then he said, as they say, reverse engineered how many associates or how many pieces I will have, and how many people from my team will attend 2021, how many countries will I have an associate in, because he said 70% of your associates must be outside, I think, of your country.
No. He didn't say they must be. He said it's a good strategy to build international and local. So
yes, well, not must be, but yes, it's a good idea, because that will give stability to your business or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how many lines you need to build strong, and more or less was what. And then he made us visualize what will happen if you didn't do it, and what will happen if you do it.
Okay.
Thank you, B.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's awesome, guys.
Beautiful. Okay, guys. So let me share with you some images really quick for this challenge. Crystal. Actually, you know what? I need somebody to share while I upload these into PowerPoint. So you're not just like waiting for me to like do this. Let's have a couple people share some highlights from GoPro. Maybe let's say one person who wants to share your highlights from GoPro in like 1 minute or 2 minutes while I upload these to a PowerPoint.
A little hand raise.
Who wants to speak in front of 139 people on Zoom right now?
I'll do it.
I do.
John. All right, John.
I tell you, my highlight, I love Stallone. I just love that guy. He's 74 years old, still shown in action movies. And he says it's crazy, but you listen to the first one he did during the 7-day challenge was really good. And that was just off the cuff in his own living room. But then to hear the dialogue between him and Eric during the event, it really motivates you. He had that attitude where like nobody wants to look at me, nobody wants to hire me, and he made it anyway. He thrived on challenges. He thrived on hair in the nose, and he just kept coming back and to find a different way to approach it, spearhead it. And you look at what he's doing now and what he's done, and it just, you can't help but be motivated, and But that was one of my highlights. That and listen to Jesse Lee and that one gal that were talking on Instagram. One thing I really liked about that, it wasn't just raw mindset. It was actually showing some actual, strategy on how to do things, how to grab people, what to do. And I was telling this to Jeremy the other night. I said, I've been in USANA for 23 years, since 1997. And I learned more during the 7-day challenge and was presented with more strategy and more what you can actually do when you sit down and talk to a prospect or go looking for a prospect than I've seen in all of the presentations at USANA. I don't know if anybody else has felt that way, but you can only hear the success stories, how my life changed for so long before you want to get into some meat and some, okay, you're home now, you're excited, here's what you do. And that's what I love about that and this mastermind. We're actually, Jared, you put out some scripts. You've got some people talking about how they're using the scripts and they're seeing results. And that's something that can get passed on to us and we can pass on to the people we bring in. It's actual strategy. It's actual meat. I love it.
Thank you, John.
I couldn't agree more with John. That's awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you, John.
We actually watched.
Hey,
We
Jared.
actually watched Rocky last night.
Did you?
I
Isn't that
realized.
great?
I don't think if I saw it, it was a long time ago. So we watched Rocky, and it was great. It was great. And while I'm speaking, my takeaway, what I heard over and over and over and over again was decide.
Yeah.
Decide. And it wasn't commit, it was decide. So that was my takeaway.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Thank you, Barb.
Yep.
Well, our first conversation about buying the accelerator program with my wife when I talked to her, it first started out as an argument. Just went straight to there. That's too much. Can't do it. No, how are we going to afford that? And after this, through this program, she's seen a change in me, in my motivation and wanting to do this, where I said, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go gold this year. By the next year, we're going to do it. It's just not an option to quit. It's not an option to take no. People can tell me no, and I'm going to do it. And she's like, all right, let's do it then. But I think that's just like she was saying, it's decide. You've got to decide that you want to do this. It's not just, I'll do it if I feel good, or if somebody says no, it's like, okay. It's all the attitude and then finding out how to do it. I did call USANA today and I asked them if they knew when the convention was going to be, and she said they have not decided on it yet. And I was wondering, somebody was saying in the chat before that they thought convention was going to be the same as that one session of accelerator.
Yeah, we don't know, but I want to get into the content right now before we go too much longer on any questions and content. But that is a good point. I'm hoping that they do record stuff that we miss. I wouldn't imagine that they wouldn't, because I know, being in the Next Level Mastermind, like if you can't fly to Eric's house for the thing, they record the whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's going to be recorded. It's not going to be like GoPro where you miss it if you miss it type of thing. Is my guess,
Okay.
Yeah. So let's get into this though. And thank you, John, for the share.
Sure.
Thank you, Norm, for the share. Dr. Barb and Dr. Norm. Okay. So let's go to my little share screen. Okay. So on Wednesday, everybody, Jeremy is going to be back and he's going to be hosting the actual recap huddle. This is kind of like a mini huddle right now. This is not the full-blown huddle. Jeremy's going to be doing it. And Crystal and I are going to be on a plane going to Utah for Christmas. So we will not be here. But this is going to be awesome. It's the same link. Yeah, we might just jump on while we actually have a layover from 8 to 9 Central. But there's the time zones. It's at 8 o'clock, so 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific and that is Wednesday. Okay, so that will be a second kind of recap. And oh, Julie Boyer says yes, they will record accelerator sessions, and they were clear it's for only you and your spouse. Thank you, Julie. Okay, so that's number one. Mark your calendars for Wednesday. Now, here is the challenge, everybody. The 777 challenge. Do 7 invites a day for the next 7 days to learn from a 7-figure earner. So these are $1 Million Club members, okay, that are going to be doing the presentation for the next 7 days. Crystal and I are doing it. I guess it's just me. Or do you want to do it with me, babe? Okay, it's me for sure. Maybe Crystal tomorrow. And that's going to be the work from home presentation. And it's at the time listed there, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Pacific. So the normal time. And then every day for the next 7 days. So all the way through December 21st. Yeah, 7 Central. And the same link. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's every day for 7 days in a row. We are not doing an afternoon presentation. It's only evening. Kind of, this is like our Christmas week kind of strategy. Okay. Now, this strategy of inviting 7 people a day for 7 days, it was actually done earlier on my team call, and I want to bring Vernon Haven onto the call because he's a new associate that bought the accelerator. I mean, he's been in for a month and he spent like the $8,900 on the accelerator. And I want to bring him on to share what happened because he actually used this script. So oh, by the way, here's the flyer of me for tomorrow. And we need other $1 Million Club members to contact Patty Roney. She's already working on it. But thank you, huge thank you to Patty Roney for producing these webinars and making sure that the speakers are able to get on and do their thing. Also, my dad, Randy Krebs, is helping with that. So thank you, Dad. So everyone, thank you, Patty, and thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
Into the chat. Agneta asks if Wednesday will be recorded with Jeremy. It should be. Yes, it should be at least broadcast as a Facebook Live. Okay, so how long will my presentation be? My presentation is about 30 minutes. Now, guys, I actually wrote a script for you. How do you like that? I wrote you a script. I wrote it today, this afternoon, kind of frantically, but guess what? It's not perfect, but it's done. Okay, and here is the link. wfh.myteamwork.info. wfh.myteamwork.info. This is exactly what I would say to invite someone to a work from home conversation or work from home presentation. And I'm going to actually show you the first, because you guys have an assignment. Your assignment is to invite 7 people tonight because the presentation's tomorrow at 7. So you should invite someone tonight. Ideally, okay? So invite 7 tonight, and then your other assignment is to invite 7 tomorrow before the presentation, an hour or 2 hours before the presentation or any time before. So get your 7 done tonight and your 7 done tomorrow, okay? So that's your assignment. Let me show you what the script looks like. And I want y'all's feedback, okay? I need your feedback because the script's not perfect. It's just done, okay? So let's take a look at the script itself. And let's go to wfh.myteamwork.info. Oh, wow, it's forwarding to the wrong place. Hold on. Okay, I have a cookie issue. I'm going to go on to Safari. wfh.myteamwork.info. Okay, guys, when it forwards, does it show you this script? Do y'all see?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So it was just me. Okay. So here's what you got to send 7 times tonight. Hey, first name, I'm launching an online business project of $1 billion brand, and I wanted you to hear about it. If I invited you to a special invitation-only webinar, would you hop on? Okay. That's the copy.
I'm sorry, where is the script? Is it in the chat?
The link is in the chat, but can you see my screen?
No.
No.
Oh my God. Sorry, guys.
You're not screen sharing, Jade.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay, here we go.
You just see y'all's beautiful face.
Oh, thanks. Okay, how about now?
Yes, we see it now.
Okay, so do y'all see, I just highlighted this is what you got to send out to 7 people. This is your copy paste. Someone please copy paste this message into the chat right now so people can take it. Hey, first name, I'm launching an online business project of $1 billion brand and I want you to hear about it. If I invited you to a special invitation only webinar, would you hop on? Okay, so you got to copy paste that like all the time. 7 times tonight. Now, when they say yes, you're going to say, okay, sounds good. It's about 30 to 45 minutes long. And we have one Monday at 7 Central or Tuesday at 7 Central, which would be better for you. Okay, so you got to change it to the time zone of the prospect. So then they're going to say, you know what, Tuesday at 7, I can do it. Okay, then you're going to say, if they decide to watch today, if they say Tuesday, okay, sounds good. Here's the link. I'll message you about 10 minutes before it starts when I'm jumping on. And then 10 minutes beforehand, hey, first name, I just logged on to the webinar. The person speaking is Jared Krebs. He's very well respected in the company, explains everything very well. See you in a few minutes. But if they said tomorrow, like let's say they can't watch it till Wednesday. Okay, sounds good. I'll message you tomorrow with the link. Don't send them a link till Wednesday. Hey, first name, just confirming for tonight's invite at, oh, I put the time. Oops. See, it's not perfect. There's a typo. So tonight's webinar at time. Shoot me a thumbs up to confirm. I will send you the link. See you tonight. Okay. After they send the thumbs up, okay, got it. Here's the link to join. It will start promptly at time. I'll message you 10 minutes before it starts when I'm jumping on. 10 minutes before the webinar. Hey, first name, I just logged onto the webinar. The person speaking is Jared Krebs. He's very well respected in the company. I'm lucky to be working with him. Don't write that. If you're not working with me, don't write that. That's what I teach my team to say. Oops. There's another mistake. So guys, change it up. Like make the script make sense.
But aren't we all working with you?
No, because you want to use me. Well, if you're using me as your third-party expert, yes.
Right, I understand.
So, yeah, I wouldn't. Anyway, you honestly could say that still.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right. So then they watch the webinar, right? What if they ask, what is it? What if they're like difficult? Then you say, I totally understand if you want to know what it is. First, here's a video by a trainer of mine to give you a 5-minute overview. Okay, so there's another little mistake. By a trainer of mine. I used to have my own little video. I got rid of it. Now I use the USANA.myteamwork.info. So here's a video to give you a 5-minute interview or overview. Okay, so that's if they ask, what is it? This is like you just give them the 5-minute video. Quite frankly, if they ask that, I usually just send them the video and I think, okay, they probably aren't going to want to do it. But maybe they will. Okay, if they ask, is this an MLM? Why, yes, it is. What has been your experience with MLMs in the past? If the prospect doesn't respond a day after your invite, you're going to invite some people and they don't say anything back to you. Hey, first name, I'm not sure if you saw my message above. I hope you're having an awesome day. I love this message. I use it every time someone doesn't message me. Like you need to go over the 7 you invite. And if they don't respond, you send that the next day. If they ghost you for a day or 2, hey, I'm assuming you don't want to take a look. If I'm mistaken, let me know. Otherwise, I won't bring it up again. You're still an awesome friend. And then if they don't show up to the webinar, hey, first name, I know you're not the type of person to miss a private invite webinar. I know something must have happened. Please let me know you're all right. Okay. Now, script, this is to enroll. This is after the webinar. Let's say that like your person shows up. Call them immediately after. Don't text them, just call directly and see if they answer. Make sure you're reading the script on page 4 when they answer. It's critical that you get your expert on a 3-way call if available. If you have several prospects on the same Zoom presentation, call the hottest prospect first. And if they don't answer, call the next hottest. Try and get at least one prospect on the phone immediately after the event, but also text the others using the message T1 below. Make the effort to schedule the enrollment phone call with each guest, even if it's a few days after the event. Work your way through everyone. Okay. Dad, can you mute people? And you just watch the participants and mute people. I hear someone unmuted. Okay, T1. Hey, first name, it was so great being with you on the webinar. I normally do a quick call to get feedback and ask questions. Can I call you here at 8 o'clock or would tomorrow at 7 be better? Okay, so you got to get them on the phone. Either call them right away or send them this T1 message. Do confirmation texts. You know, if you're talking to them tomorrow, text them an hour beforehand. If your guest did not show up, Okay, I was thinking, would it be better if we scheduled the talk after you watch a presentation video on your own? I hope you have an awesome day. Okay, sounds good. The process will take you 30 minutes to watch on your own. Perfect. So if I called you, this is a big key. What day do you think you'll be able to do it? They're going to say, I can watch the video on Wednesday morning. Okay, perfect. So if I call you Wednesday at noon, could you do it by then? So don't send the video, don't send the recorded video until they actually gave you a time that they would be able to do it by. Then when they say, okay, if I called you Wednesday at noon, could you watch it by then? Okay, cool. Here's the link. Does the link open for you? This overview.teamdsi.info, this is my own team URL. This is actually a 30-minute presentation of me giving the presentation. It's not perfect. I wish there was more presentations of everybody you could choose from. Maybe that'll be done in the future. But again, I was just rushing to get this done. So there it is. You can use my presentation if you want. Okay. Okay, you're all set. I hope you have an awesome week or weekend. Talk to you Wednesday at noon. Now, when the phone call happens, when you're calling the prospect back, let's say it's Wednesday at noon or it's right after, you want to call your upline or someone in your cross line, someone to be your expert. And you can follow this exact script. When you call them, I teach my team this. When you call them, you're going to say, hey, first name, before I ask what you thought about the webinar, is it okay if I get my mentor on the line because he is helping me through the process? So you get their permission right up front. Okay, thanks. I'm going to do a three-way call. Please hold just a second. Connect your mentor on a three-way call. First name, I want you to meet mentor's first and last name. Crystal, I want you to meet Jared Krebs. He's very well respected in the company. I'm very lucky to be working with him. Jared, are you on the line? The mentor takes over, reads this script, and visits with the prospect. Then the mentor shares their story. Then they pass it to the associate. The associate shares their story. After the associate shares their story, the mentor takes back over and asks the closing questions. The closing questions. Okay, here's the closing script. What did you like best about our stories and also the video? Oh, there's a mistake there. The webinar. Okay, tell me more about that. Is there anything else you liked or that stood out? If you were to get started with USANA on a part-time basis, how much would you need to be earning monthly in order to make this worth your time? And how many hours could you commit to each week in order to work towards that income? And how many months would you commit to work in order to achieve that goal? So if I could show you how to earn $2,000 a month working 10 hours a week over the next year, would you be ready to get started? Okay, so you use this is literally from the GoPro book. This is the closing from the GoPro book. Now I'm going to send you an image that goes over your options. Oh, look, there's another mistake. Okay, so then you send them this little Pro Pack, Entrepreneur Pack image, and then you read the rest of the script. Okay, so if you're closing, you explain the Pro Pack, you explain the Entrepreneur Pack, you explain the Basic Pack, and then you ask the closing question: which pack do you feel like would be best for you? Oh, look at that. There's another mistake right there. It's twice. Okay, where would you like your products to be shipped? What's your best email and your phone number? So you got to ask the closing question. Now, if you're like, I don't have an expert, well, either you find an expert or you would actually start right here where it says, if the expert is not available, start here. It's way better if you have an expert, but if you don't have an expert, you could start here at the bottom of page 4. You start by sharing your story, and then you go to the closing questions. That's it. Okay, so this is like an outline, right? Like it's not perfect. It's not like the end all be all. There's going to be other scripts that you need. There's going to be like things you're going to change. I want your feedback. I want your partnership. I want you to try it and let me know what works, what doesn't work. You know, work on close, I mean, it's plan, do, review, adjust, right? But that is, I mean, look, none of that even matters. What I walked you through doesn't even matter if you don't send out 7 invites tonight and 7 invites tomorrow, right? So you guys got to send them out. You know your assignment, and let's see what happens. I mean, look at how many people are on this call, 144. So that means that we'd be sending out 700-ish invites a day. Or what? What's 144 times 7? That's more than 700. I think that's like probably 800 something. I don't know. Someone help. Anyway, but I mean, think about it. Over 7 days. Oh, it's 1,000. That's 1,008. Thank you, Kajal. That's 1,008 invites a day. That means that, guys, we'll be doing 7,000 invites this week. 7,000 invites. Can you imagine? 7,000 invites. I wonder what's going to happen. I wonder how many people are going to be on this thing tomorrow. Yeah, a lot. I want to see if Vern is available. I know he told me he was like trying to go to sleep. He might be laying in bed. Vern, are you able to unmute yourself? Because you sent out an invite and you got someone to say yes on our team call. Vernon Haven, I just asked you to unmute. Are you there, Vern? Okay, he might not. If you're able to come on.
I am here.
Awesome. Can you turn on your webcam?
No, because I'm in bed.
So Vern, first of all, I want to give a big shout out to you for not only being a new associate, but for investing the coin, my man.
All right. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Really, really proud of you. It's a big step. It's a big commitment. So tell us, you sent out your 7 invites tonight already. What happened with all? Did you get 1 out of 7, or how many out of 7 actually said yes?
I got one ask me the time, and so I sent him a response for the time and stuff, but he hasn't responded back yet. And I got another response. It was basically just I can't afford it right now, doing the investment. I said, well, please join in anyway and learn more.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. Well, thank you, Vern. Thank you for leading by example and getting those 7 out. And would you share what were your highlights from GoPro for like a minute? And we're gonna start by everyone sharing after this.
Oh, wasn't really looking at that. I didn't have my notes with me. I really like. I think they're really because I missed some of the GoPro, but I really like that last day where it talked about the fears and overcoming those fears, and because we all have it, and I know I do. Right, my biggest one is trying to sit down, get in front of that phone, and start making those phone calls. Right. So but no, I really, that really touched on me as far as listening to that, and then actually I was talking with my daughters today about that whole session of the fears and getting over those fears and stuff. So no, that was a really highlight for me, and stuff.
Thank you, Vern.
But I got the replay, so I get to look at some of the social media that I really wanted to look at, and I missed that. So I did buy for the replay. So that you talked about, highlighted on.
Yes.
You can buy that ticket for the replay for this last week.
I'm glad you did that, Vern.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the timer. Thank you so much.
All right.
Proud of you, man.
Yay. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We have 13 minutes left. So we're going to do 1-minute shares. Look, I just want you guys to share. And so hit the raise your hand button or wave, and we're going to unmute you. And let's start with, I guess, people I can see. I can't see everybody. So it's probably better if you actually hit the raise your hand button. But I see Michael Hollander. So I'm going to go with Michael Hollander first. Oh, look, there's people who raised their hand too. Okay, Michael, go ahead. We're going to be able to do 12 shares. Go ahead, Michael.
All right, real quick. First, Barry Baumgarten, who is an events planner. I think she was so concise about needing to enroll ourselves every single day, enroll other people every single day. I was very impressed with that presentation. In fact, I recorded it on my phone. I was so impressed. And so I would encourage you to, like, if you get the replay, which you should, listen to that carefully and learn to do that. And lastly, I would say the 17 minutes, if you just listen to that every single day and you just take it in and you scream at the end, but if you take it in, it is a guided meditation, and it's extremely powerful visualization. At least if you just do the positive part, where you can actually see yourself and see what your life would be like, and that's, somebody else can go. But I would do that. Just listen every single day. Listen to that.
Got 3 seconds. Perfect timing. Thank you, Michael. That's great. That's great advice. And that's cool that Eric Worre made that public on his Facebook page. that you can go access those 17 minutes.
Marina did it. She did it while he was talking. She said,
Oh, I love it.
it's pretty cool what she did.
All right. Thank you, Michael. Let's go to Fatima next. You can unmute yourself. Take it away.
All right. So for me, one of the biggest takeaway was actually the reminder that Charlene Johnson said was to repost other people's content, because I noticed that in the last probably 6 months or so, my Instagram following just literally was crashing. I had up to like 3,000 something, and now I'm back to 2,400 something. So just by me doing that one little tip, I noticed my following going up. So that was a huge takeaway, but also to decide and to not let anyone get in my way or let anything get in my way. That was something that was huge for me. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited to be here and to share everything with all of us.
Thank you, Fatima. Right on time too. Beautiful.
Yay.
I gotta say, that repost, that I bought the repost app and I started reposting 2 or 3 Instagrams a day. I changed my little thing to Jared Krebs, follow me for great personal growth and development tips. And I'm getting more followers. And like, yeah, that was a game changer, man. So thank you for saying that. Let's go to Paula Videla Rodriguez. You can unmute yourself now. And
you pronounced that very well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again to both you and Crystal and Patty and Roni and Jeremy and everybody for doing this. I'm a little bit of a newbie and nervous about talking, so I'm taking up my minute. So anyways, my takeaways are, Fatima took away one of the ones that I wanted to point out, which was the repurposing content, which is, I think, huge, by Charlene Johnson. And everything Charlene had to say was like such a good hands-on tools for social media. And Fraser Brooks was one of the ones that his 5x5x5, his pieces of pie, content, comment, connect, close, communicate, those were pivotal for me as well. Dean Graziosi really made impact on me on love what you do. If you're not selling, you're not servicing people, right? That was a huge one for me because it's like taking a different perspective on selling. Sales is a service, right? And sales become a service. When sales becomes a service, you're not selling anymore. You're serving people. So, and the hook story and close that Dean said, I thought that was pivotal as well. Like when you're posting a video or doing something, what you say in the first few seconds is what's going to grab people. And I think that if you spend a lot of time on that piece only, the rest doesn't really matter. I mean, it's the meat and potatoes, but that's also important. So those were my biggest takeaways.
So huge. Yes. Thank you, Paula. Beautifully. Well said. Yeah, that hook thing is like, it's just like, oh, I don't have time to go make another video, but I'm going to freaking do it. And I'm going to make a good hook. Okay. Thank you. Cheryl Headland, you can unmute yourself.
Up next.
And take it away.
Hey, I'm hearing a lot of the same ahas for me too, and it's gonna be less than 30 seconds. My biggest one was Dean Graziosi the third day when he said, people buy from you when they feel they're understood.
Mm-hmm.
And what that did is they pulled the whole 3 days of the event together for me, where you ask questions and you clarify, and you keep asking questions and you clarify, and getting people to that next event or that next step. There you go. Keep in mind, it's all about what the prospect needs. Thanks, Jared.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And that was right in 30 seconds too. Well done. Okay, let's go to Peggy Roach. You can unmute yourself and take it away.
Okay. I have a whole notebook full. So everything everybody said. I also love Sylvester Stallone's thing, and I want to go see all the Rocky movies now. I only saw the first one. But anyway, I loved Lisa Nichols. I was on the break, I told my husband the whole story. Quitters never win and winners never quit.
Mm-hmm.
That was amazing. And it's been one of my favorite sayings, and I'm not a quitter. I've been in USANA 18 years, hanging out at Silver Director for a long time, but no more. I think my biggest takeaway is that all these people that are up there that are 7-figure, 8-figure earners, are no different from us. They made that abundantly clear, and they many of them had way harder starts than at least I have. And so what's my excuse? And there is no excuse anymore. I'm doing it, like this is it. And the fact that people, somebody said there's people out there that I haven't met yet that need what we have. And I'm holding out. I'm playing small if I'm not presenting it to everybody. So
yeah,
I'm ready to go.
Well said. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all about moving that needle. All right, let's go on to Kajal, Changing Lives. Did I pronounce your name right? You can unmute yourself.
Unmuted. Kajal.
Kajal.
So remember a ka and then
Kajal. Okay, Kajal. Take it away.
Yeah, it's amazing to be in this group. A lot of people have already said it, but just on top of my head is decide, have the conviction, plan, and Rocky said consistent behavior every day. And it ties in well with Eric saying pick your baseline. So if we have that baseline and then having that consistent behavior every day. Lisa talked about that our gift is unique. So sometimes even our loved ones may not resonate with our gift, but it's okay. Keep sharing your gift because it will resonate with someone else, but don't let go of your gift or what you have to share. Another one that really hit me is, especially with our new associates, telling them that you believe them. I thought that was huge, and making sure you keep telling them that you believe them, because they're not, or even, sometimes we don't believe in ourselves. But if we have that mentor, if we have that running buddy who tells us that, no, I believe in you, Kajal, you keep going. And this is what it's about. And the other last one I'd be saying is, it's a dream building business. So find out our people's dream and tell them that we believe in them, that they'll get there. That's me.
Oh, I love it. Yay. Man, I love that. It's so exciting. Great job, Kajal.
Yes, Kajal.
All right. All right. So look, guys, look at all the people that raised their hands. We can't do any more after Marissa. Marissa's the last one, and then we'll be done, okay? Because we're supposed to end in 3 minutes. So no more raising hands, but let's go. All right, Rika, take it away.
Hey, I'll keep this really short, but I use the trading assignments thing, the assignments trading thing with my kids, but had never thought about doing it in my business. Like, brilliant.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
And then the other huge thing for me was don't prejudge. And I know that was really something that came from the 7-day challenge and not from GoPro this weekend. But I ended up with 3 associates who had been completely inactive for 8 years with me at GoPro, because I called them that night. We did the mastermind and you guys were like, call people. And I'd been trying to reach out to them. They'd been ghosting me. I did it again, somehow got all 3 of them there, and things are exploding. So don't prejudge people.
Yay. Oh my God. Congrats. Super excited to hear about stories like that when you take action and you make results. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Wow. All the hands disappeared. Okay.
I don't think they understood I don't think they looked at that.
Oh, okay. Well, if your hand was raised, you can still re-raise it.
It was like there was 2 in line, that he meant just like we were closing off to raise your hand at like whatever time.
Yeah, a few of you, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a 4 back. Okay. All right, so let's go to Daniel D. Horton. Take it away.
All right, so I love the comp plan and have always loved how it works. And I realized that, I think Dean was saying this, but we tend to over-explain it and explain how ACs works versus that it'll keep your car cold. And I tend to say, oh, this happens and this leads to this and you grow and all this, but all I need to say is it will get you from here to here. And they said, I can't remember the whole quote, but something along the lines of complexity is the enemy of, and I can't remember the last word,
execution.
Yeah.
Complexity is the enemy of execution. I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So true. And simple is hard, complex is easy. It's easy to just be all over the place and give all the info and talk too much. It's very hard to be simple. So thank you, Daniel. Great stuff. All right, it's Marissa Morales time. All right, go ahead and unmute yourself, Marissa. What were your highlights from GoPro?
Basically the whole thing. I like cried emotionally the whole time. It was awesome. So I'm gonna share from Sylvester Stallone. So, he shared that like failure is the tool to succeed. And he didn't really go into his entire story. His story is actually really heartbreaking and really sad. And he actually experienced way more failures than he even said on stage. But I really liked that because I like to avoid failure. And when you avoid failure, you never succeed. So I love how he was like, stop fighting what you naturally have an incline towards, fail upwards. Don't fail downwards. If you stay down here, you'll always be down there. And I love how he said routine. If you just stick to a routine, you will get there. Stay consistent, don't steer around all over the place and do one thing this day and then, I'm going to take a few days off. And just like Eric said, like, just because it's past your bedtime, like, does that need to, like, you need to stop working? No. So I love that. How he did the fixation, obsession, the unquenchable desire, and the drive. That was awesome. And it reminded me of just one more thing. I don't know how much seconds I have left, but
You're out of time, but go ahead, finish the thought.
Okay, sorry. Okay, when Eric Ward talked about Eric War 1 and Eric War 2 and said, like, it's like his subconscious talks to him. And he was like, do that when you get home. Like when you're like, when you wake up in the morning and you don't want to get out of bed, like have the second you look down on you and, give you that like momentum to get out. And I was like, okay, no, the like Marissa 2 would not get Marissa 1 out of bed. So this morning I imagined Eric Worre like at my house because he's the one that's going to get me out of bed. And it just got me going. And today I've just been going. I have a new associate already. And like, it's happening. So just keep the momentum and keep failing because the more you fail, the more you'll succeed. Okay. Sorry.
Yay.
Too long, guys.
Great. Hey, that was awesome. And I got it, guys. Everyone give a shout out to Marissa. She enrolled a 400-point associate with an entrepreneur pack today. And I want y'all to know that she did the 25 presentations all before GoPro, but one of them hatched today. We followed up with this gentleman for 3 weeks. Okay, we gave him things to do. We said, okay, watch these success videos and let's talk next week. Let's see how you liked them. We talk next week. Okay, you're not ready yet? No problem. You know what? Watch these success videos. Let's talk again next week. So when we talked today, he gave us his credit card and his social and the whole 9. And it's an entrepreneur pack for Marissa. So shout out to you, Marissa. Great job. All
Hey,
right.
Jared.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing before you close?
Yes, we got you and then 2 others. And then I have a little closing message myself, but go ahead, Kay, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to say that, because I'm not going to talk about my takeaways. During the presentations, they were talking about what people should be doing to create these presentations and keep things simple.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, I'm listening to this and my belief, number one, in USANA is extremely, extremely high. And I'm looking at what they're teaching us and I'm going, our leaders already did that. Our leaders already did that for us. Our leaders already did that for us. And so I really just want to say thank you to all the leaders that are on here and everything that you guys have been doing for all of us, because what they were teaching, you've already given us that excellence. And it's just another notch in USANA on the caliber of leaders that we have and with the company that we have. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you for your acknowledgement and really appreciate you took the time to say that. Thank you to all the leaders that are teaming up.
Yes.
We've been the ones talking today, but it's really a team effort. There's just no way that this happens without all of you. And so not just the golds and above. It's not even about title. It's about heart. It's about desire. It's about drive. And you guys are the ones here. I mean, still 127. It's 11:30 East Coast time. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you.
All right, Apple and then John. Apple Padilla, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you. Actually, I'm not really earning as much as everyone. Probably I'm earning around just $2,500, and it's just sporadically. And this is a life-changing moment for me. I have a lot of aha moments, but sorry, I'm nervous. But the thing that really struck me the most are the top three things, right? That small, consistent actions are better than just one massive action, which is what I have been doing the whole time. So it's just one thing, and then the next week another thing. So I think I have to really do consistent small actions. And another is that mastery requires practice. I really have to practice doing the activities more consistently than just small things. And another is everything worthwhile takes time. So it's really it really struck me the most because USANA is really worthwhile and it will really take time. I just have to consistently do the activities. And Lisa Nichols made me cry so much, I think last time. And imagine, sorry. So the thing that I really love was when
Finish
she
your
said,
thought.
thank you. I really love when she said that we have to tell ourselves that I am the lighthouse and that we should never dare dim our light to anyone. And
Yes. So
you.
beautiful. Thank you, Apple. We are the lighthouses in this room or in this world. That's right. Thank you. John Leung, our last share. My man, Ruby director. Take it
Hey
away.
guys, thanks again for everything you guys been pulling together and all the other leaders on here. I know it was like a big team effort. Try to be quick here. My biggest thing was just, we always knew this, but it was more like when Pat Quinn talked about the before, the pivot, and the after. If you paint the picture of the before and the after, and you connect with them on their level, they're going to pay you anything to get that pivot. And so that was the one thing that is kind of, I'm going to try it because we've always said it. I don't think it's just that we've ever emphasized it. You know, it's kind of, we just tell their story and then everyone's like, yeah, okay. But I think if we really connect with the person and from the person who's across from us and ask those right questions so that we know what they're in, because most of us can relate, you know, whether it's they want more time, they don't like their job, whether they want to lose weight, whatever it is. So I think, you know, I've been thinking of that, and I've also created my 2-minute story from Pat. So
yeah.
I've been kind of editing that today, so I'm excited to try to use that, you know, with the next.
John, I have an assignment for you. I want you to do your 2-minute story in the Facebook group. Please post it and show us. Don't just do it, but like show us the framework you did too. Are you up to the challenge?
I will. I'll post that up by Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just let me know when you got it done. Thank you, John. All right. So everyone, before we end tonight, and thank you all for staying on a couple minutes later, I want to ask for your help, and especially if you want to show kind of like your gratitude on this. This would mean so much. We are trying to get to our year-end goal to help kids eat. And this is an initiative done by my dad, myself, and Crystal. We only have 16 days left to get to $5,000 to help kids eat. This is by the USANA Foundation. And every dollar that we raise is going to get matched. So if we get to 5,000, we actually get to like adopt a school or several schools, and all this helps kids eat. And Dad, if you could please drop the link in the chat right now. We're also going to post this, but we'll post it in the MasterMind group. But you can do a one-time donation or a monthly donation. It can be any amount. But we want to ask for you, and you'll even get recognition here, your name, if you want it to be. You don't have to, but you don't have to put your name here. But like, I want to ask you guys, like truly, like if you've gotten value from being in this mastermind, to please donate something to Kids Eat. And I mean, if you feel led to do, even up to 100 or more. I mean, I think it's something that's a beautiful thing, and we need your help. We only have 16 days left, but that would be the biggest way you could show any appreciation towards me and my dad and Crystal, is to help these kids eat. This is a live link. It's ready to go. It's all tax deductible. It goes to the USANA Foundation, so we know it's a good nonprofit. And we thank you for considering that. And I believe that is in the chat now. So there it is. We'll also post that in the USANA group. But if you're going to donate, type in me in the chat. I want to see some me's. And let's help these kids eat. Let's finish December strong. Let's do let's give back also, right? Like in that to the kids. So look at all these me's, man. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for typing in me's. That's a lot of me's. I would read them all, but then we'd be here another 20 minutes. But thank you guys for doing that. We're going to drop that link right now in the chat, and please do that tonight if you can, since we really want to make a push to help these kids eat and get our goal done for 2020. We'll keep you updated on that as well. All right, so we'll see you Wednesday. Type in make post when you did your 7, guys. Say I did my 7 in the chat. Let's build an energy around the whole 777 campaign. Let's blow this up. Let's make it happen. Patty, Roni, you have anything you want to add before we end?
Yes, just 1 minute. So the reason that we're using the $1 Million Club for the presentations is because they have made 7 figures. And so it's a 777 with 7 figure earners. So thank you to the $1 Million Club. You are in the speaker messenger. I've already put the schedule in. So you can just go to your messenger and you'll see it, fill out those. We will resume 2-a-days if we decide that's the best, if we all want to, as far as speakers and support. If you guys are bringing in a lot of people to the presentations, we'll do that after Christmas as we head towards 2021. We've got to have the next big burst of energy right there. And then I also wanted to announce quickly that during the GoPro, I put in that chat, and it's hard to see those messages because they go. But we're going to be training up the director, bronze, and silver director, that the group that's in here that want to do presentations. And we're going to choose a time. It's been said to maybe be 10 in the morning. We'll start using director, bronze, and silvers to start getting them out there and doing presentations. So if you'll message me in Messenger, that's going to be the safest way. So go to Facebook Messenger, message me there and say, I'm a bronze director, put me on the list, and then we'll have a separate messenger group for you. And we'll start to get you ready for those. And we'll hit the ground running with that in January.
Woo! Thank you so much, Patty. Yes. Appreciate you working so hard on that. And that makes a huge difference to the whole USANA family. And that's why you're the Dr. Wentz Vision Award winner for one of the years. So thank you so much. We love you. We love you all. Let's go ahead and unmute the lines and everyone say good night and God bless.
Good night.
God bless.
God bless. God bless.
Good night. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good night. God bless everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.